I think what Get Right represents to CS:GO is the overarching rich history and legacy of CS itself beyond just this iteration of the game.
One more kill, looking for it. He's got him hunted down. Time is up. Oh my God! Get Right, you're gonna be kidding me! He gets the last kill in 1 second left.
Get Right may be the greatest Counter-Strike player in history. His game sense,
Position, tap and bob there. Able to catch dupreeh, but still the Vice. Get Right having an amazing read of the situation. Fantastic game sense.
and skill across multiple incarnations of the game are
If they
unmatched.
get into the bomb site, and they are walking in right now, he's looking for the shot here. You can see a couple of faces. Well, there's the one kill. That's a good start here, but they're challenging him. They're fighting him. They're not scared. Get Right. Oh, he gets all 3 kills. Looking for one to cross. SGH! Get Right! Shutting it down!
But despite his incredible ability,
Come round. It's just going to be a mow-down from Get Right. He gets all 4.
despite his unbelievable success, Get Right is also a player that has experienced more losses and more upsets than almost any other pro. He's seen it all, from roster disputes to poor placements to personal illness, and through that adversity, he's still remained dedicated to Counter-Strike. He still loves the game that gave him everything more than anyone else. This is his story.
But Get Right certainly steps up! Get Right steps up! Oh God, Get Right, get all 4!
Christopher Get Right Allison was born on May 29th, 1990 in Sweden. His brother Robin first showed him Counter-Strike when he was just 9 years old, and he was instantly hooked. It wasn't long before Get Right began to attend LAN parties and learning about the competitive scene as he went. But you can't talk about Get Right without talking about his biggest inspiration, Heaton, the captain of SK Gaming. Heaton was a legend in Swedish CS. He wasn't just the best player from the country, he was one of the best in the world, having won 11 major tournaments between 2001 and 2003. Inspired by his hero's success, Get Right entered the competitive scene, and by 2007, he was playing in tournaments regularly. And when his team, Game Passion, won Rendezvous 24, he was quickly recruited by B-Grip Gaming. Once there, he started making waves with his solid play and great game sense, which helped take the team through the ESWC 2007 qualifier. It was at that qualifier where Get Right would get to face off against his idol. Ninjas in Pajamas were a little past their prime, and Heaton was closing in on retirement, but none of it mattered. Get Right defeated Heaton to qualify for ESWC, and he was ecstatic.
It was like just a good feeling to win the game, and especially over someone that you've been looking up to.
While B-Grip didn't leave much of a mark at the event, Get Right's performance signaled his potential. Get Right moved on to SK Gaming, then Meet Your Makers, then back to SK Gaming again. While with SK, Get Right didn't get much playtime due to a lack of team chemistry. He was good, and he knew it, but it was hard to fit in with the roster's older players. After a brief stint with a number of smaller teams, Get Right was approached by Fnatic. The team needed a shakeup and saw the young Wunderkind as the guy they needed to put their team back on the map. And at the IEM Season 3 World Championship, Get Right helped Fnatic go undefeated in the group stage and brush aside SK en route to the Grand Finals. And in the Grand Finals, Get Right showed up.
Lord knows, very, very soon Fnatic are coming, and Get Right opens up the frag. In the end, Lord would have had 4 players to deal with. Fnatic still using that Rembrandt as a holding base, finding the frag onto Kuban. Now Taz and Luke, the last 2 alive. It's all on Taz again, and he must be wondering, what does he have to do to get this team to win a round?
Fnatic would bring down Meet Your Maker 1613 to take home the $50,000 grand prize.
Fnatic are homing in on victory as Luke is in the thick of things there. Khan on the outside watching with bated breath as the action unfolds on the inside. Forrest gets himself one more. It's Kuban that goes down. Taz now will come back in. He's the last man standing for Meet Your Makers, and the last line of hope for the Poles to take this one back. Fnatic are going to win the Intel Extreme Masters.
The global finals, they got off and running, and you saw what was going to be the blueprint for dominance that year. The supportive element was Khan and DSN, and then Forrest was revitalized early in the year, and then Get Right and Gux were incredibly powerful, and if they're your second and third best players, that trio is going to fucking wreak havoc, and they destroyed teams.
Let's see, there's lots of smoke down here behind the hut. Get right, will take out Crystal. There are 3 remaining. Very good, strong grenade coming in there. Wally and Khan will exchange 2 now. Forest will pick up the hat-trick to put Fnatic into the grand final here in Dubai. They beat SK 16-1 and 16-5.
It was a very impressive year for Get Right individually. He really started to show mad firepower in terms of just kills, not like insane aim or anything. He had like good aim, and its spray was very, very good. In 1.6 you could spray a lot more, and particularly towards the latter half of the year he emerged as like a potential star player.
Get Right would spend 2 extremely successful years with Fnatic, winning 8 premier tournaments, and while he was only a rookie when he won his first tournament with them, he was something of a veteran by the time he left. But with that departure came controversy. In late 2010, reports surfaced that Get Right, Forest, and Gux wanted to bring SK Gaming's Roban and Allen over to Fnatic, which would have shoved Karn and DSN off of Fnatic's roster.
When Fnatic had this meeting where the 2 sides made their demands, the guys from Forest, Get Right, and that even said, you know what, if Karn's on DSN's side, which he was, then fuck it, kick Karn as well. Just get in 2 other players and we'll be the core. And Fnatic decided, Fnatic's owner was very good friends with Karn, to go with Karn and say Karn can rebuild the team. And he let these star players, some of the best players in the world, leave the team. And so what happened was Forest and Get Right went and joined SK, the rivals of Fnatic, at the very end of the year.
Get Right didn't miss a beat on SK, winning 3 premier events with them in 2011. And as 1.6 grew older, Get Right's playstyle became more refined. He started developing a unique lurking style, moving around the map silently and catching his opponents off guard. Combined with his incredible spray control, Get Right was an absolute terror to play against. But as 2012 rolled around, 1.6 was fading away, and Get Right saw that a new game was going to be the scene's future. CSGO launched in August 2012, but Get Right was playing it in tournaments while it was in beta. And as he kept playing CSGO, he was approached by Heaton with an incredible offer. Heaton, the man who Get Right looked up to and defeated all those years ago, wanted to bring back NIP, with Get Right taking on a starring role on the new roster. Get Right brought Forest with him to play alongside Exist, Freiburg, and Pflaren. They won their first tournament, Steel Series Go, and then they won again. And again. And again. The new Ninjas in Pajamas were unstoppable, winning tournament after tournament. From their first event in August of 2012 all the way to their 11th LAN in April 2013, NIP didn't drop a single map. They had an 87-0 LAN map streak.
It was just very cool and surprising to see that you actually can be so dominant in a game, and also that you were one of the best players at the same time.
They were imperious, they were unbeatable. And this is justifiably so. At the time, it was the craziest streak in history. It probably still is in many ways the best streak, the sickest streak you will ever see in the history of online competition.
NIP were all but untouchable in the early days of CSGO, and that was partially thanks to Get Right's unbelievable understanding of the game.
Hopefully Get Right will do something here with the map 7. 1, 2, 3 frags for Get Right. Maybe even a 4th here with the max 7. I don't believe my own eyes. Will we have another shotgun ace here in Northdawn? Very low in HP, but it's just in Get remaining. Will Get Right get this? Oh, he gets the ace!
Even more incredible is the fact that Get Right was performing at the highest level, all while suffering an ear infection that required surgery, followed not long after by his diagnosis with Crohn's disease, a life-changing illness.
It's basically like a sickness that affects me every day, every time that I wake up. It's actually a very different day. One day can be good, like I have no pain, I'm happy, my medicine is starting well. The second day can be like a living hell.
While NIP's star player had been facing struggles outside of the game, the team began to suffer their own struggles within it. At StarLadder Star Series 5, NIP's incredible LAN streak would come to a shocking end at the hands of Virtus Pro.
Here we go. Pflaren flashing over, and the smokes are so good right now. If they can get in there and put the bomb down, it's all on Pflaren. He's got it, and he's just going to be waiting to see if anyone is there, and if he decides no one is, so now the bomb is going to go down. But Adrian coming in from behind, Get Right with a kill
Adrian with another one. It's a double kill for him. Great turn of events. Adrian with a triple kill. It's all an assist. As he loses this one round, and that's going to be it. 16-14. They lose the first map versus Pro, the first team in history to beat NIP on LAN.
Despite losing their air of invincibility, NIP would bounce back, reclaiming their position on top of the CSGO world. Off the back of an impressive win at DreamHack 2014, NIP headed into ESL 1 Cologne. NIP were favorites at the tournament, and outside of a shaky performance on Cobble against Epsilon in the group stage, they tore through the competition in the bracket. And in the grand finals against Fnatic, GeT_RiGhT popped off, showing up with clutch after clutch.
You hit an instant headshot. Flusha coming in, GeT_RiGhT is looking for it with the pistol, and they're trying to wrap around through Archway here, and he's going to kick up the kill on Flusha. Krimz now in library, and this is back into a 3-on-3. Still 40 seconds for NIP to make a move. Krimz rotating back and forth so much, and GeT_RiGhT comes up with an insane headshot.
They're cool, but you have two heavy hitters rolling in. Olofmeister only with 16 HP, but Lethal just the same. And speaking of Lethal, hello GeT_RiGhT, takes out JW, and now it is the 2-on-1. Olofmeister has to roll into the crossfire, flashes out CT, uses the molly to clear one half, but we have a man waiting on the site. It is Biflaren who's going to keep him off the bomb, and the molly actually backfires. Olofmeister forced out into the open, and GeT_RiGhT with the quad kill.
Fnatic last time, the retake didn't work. This time, they're feeling more solid. GeT_RiGhT coming up from behind, but he's also alone in a 1-on-2. Throws out another grenade here, gets up another kill. Is it happening again? Pronaxis alone. That bomb is in the middle of nowhere. He's going to have to sit down in the open. He goes down. GeT_RiGhT clutches it. It happens again. Oh my God, GeT_RiGhT. And here it comes, 2-on-5, JW and Flusha. There is nothing they can do any longer. NIP have won Gamescom 2014. Ladies and gentlemen, 16-13. It finally happens.
After nearly a year, 2 second place finishes. NIP finally claimed the title. They are the champions.
The win meant everything to GeT_RiGhT, who couldn't contain his emotions. It would be the only major trophy he would ever hold. Not long after their major win, things began to sour for NIP. And after continued losses, they chose to forfeit tournaments and regroup. The team dropped Biflaren and brought on Michaelele in November. And while it worked in the short term, the honeymoon period wasn't long-lived. The team failed to make it out of groups at iOS Pantamera and replaced Michaelele with Delpan in February for King of Majors. By February 24th of 2015, NIP made another change, bringing in Alu as the team's 5th man. And just like before, the team's recovery was all too brief.
This is what I'm still talking about, the malfunctioning NIP.
By May, the team's placements were becoming inconsistent, and despite a few scattered victories at IEM Oakland 2016, 2017, and DreamHack Valencia 2017, that inconsistency continues to this day. During this period, NIP's roster has been a revolving door of talent around GeT_RiGhT and Forest, the only remaining fragments of what had once been CSGO's most dominant team. But despite this seemingly endless period of adversity, GeT_RiGhT remains dedicated to CSGO. He's still an incredible player and has been ranked in HLTV's top 20 players 6 times in his life, taking the top spot twice. And he's shown that he is still more than capable of producing the incredible, ingenious plays that have made him a CS legend.
Has no idea GeT_RiGhT can really get the flank right. Yes, he does. He prevents the ball from getting planted as well. And now it's a 1v1 fair versus GeT_RiGhT, and GeT_RiGhT, the clutch god himself, has an inkling that GeT_RiGhT might come from IV as well, but there are too many angles to check, and he needs to land a headshot to win this out, and it's got to be GeT_RiGhT. What a god!
Comes back in forward of the smoke, just forward, sees the guns walking toward him, and sprays them down! Whoa! What is that spray?
Doesn't like to try and roll through because it's not that applicable, but GeT_RiGhT certainly steps up! GeT_RiGhT steps up!
He is going to find himself on the receiving end of a battering. Here comes GeT_RiGhT. He gets knife but peeks around and destroys Twist. And now this clutch is doable. GeT_RiGhT, surely Godsent haven't just let this round slip away. He's been dinked, but the time is down, and GeT_RiGhT is going to clutch the round. You can see what it means to him.
Although GeT_RiGhT's loyalty to NIP may have come at the expense of his trophy cabinet, that quality has only added to his legacy and his admiration within the CS community.
I've seen him with tears in his eyes, trying to make the right decision before. He plays for the fans. He loves the fans, and the fans love him as well. You see the emotion when he wins a tournament, so you can ride along with him on his journey. Just the way he's carried himself as well, in the highs and the lows. He's somebody that people admire for his plays, for who he is as a personality.
GeT_RiGhT is a Counter-Strike icon. He's one of the game's most recognizable figures, known for his brilliant play.
Cordian, or does he? Because Cordian nailed it! Oh my god, GeT_RiGhT! That is old school as well, what a stray!
Goofy attitude.
I don't even know what question that was, but yes.
An unbelievable dedication across multiple iterations of the game. But that commitment to CS, his ability to keep playing despite every way life beat him down, should be applauded. GeT_RiGhT isn't one of the greatest CS players ever just because of his incredible skill and achievements. He loves the game more than anyone else, and that is what makes him so fun to watch. That is what makes him the most beloved CS player in the world.